Today we will spend about 30 to 40 minutes explaining detail about our stone crusher. As we all know, for the stone crushing line, there will have many different kinds of stone crusher. Today I will introduce them in details for you for your reference. Now, send the equipment get in the comment area to get the electronic version of the detailed parameter table of our different equipment. Also, if you have any project recently and need a stone crusher, if you want some professional suggestions or the solution flow chart based on your situation, you can contact us. We have very professional and experienced engineer that can help you a lot. Okay, now let's begin. In the field of sand and gravel production and ore processing, there have many different kinds of crushers as the core equipment. Now I will introduce some of our main products. First is the jaw crusher. As we all know, jaw crusher always used as the primary crusher in the whole production line. In our company, we have two different kinds of jaw crusher. The first is the 6CX series European type jaw crusher. This one adopts international advanced crushing technology and manufacturing level. It is a high efficiency product for crushing hard and highly abrasive materials. It is mainly used in mining chemical industry, medium hard ores and rocks, compared cement, construction, refractory materials, and ceramics and other industrial sectors for medium and fine crushing of various medium hard ores and rocks. Compared with traditional jaw crushers, this type jaw crusher produced by our company pay more attention to details in design and manufacturing. It adopts high-stress materials and advanced manufacturing technology, and has the advantages of higher structural strength, higher equipment reliability, larger crushing ratio, higher output, long service life, and lower comprehensive cost. It has some applicable working conditions like mining, smelting, building materials, highways, railways, water conservancy, chemicals, and so on. These are some materials it can process, like limestone, granite, marble, iron ore, pebbles, bluestone coal, and cobblestones, construction waste. Next is the working principle and the product selling points of this kind of jaw crusher. The 6CX series European version jaw crusher is mainly composed of frame, eccentric shaft, rotating part, crushing chamber, safety device, discharge port adjustment, and so on. The crushing method is kinetic exclusion type, and its working principle is motor drives the belt and pulley, and the eccentric shaft makes the movable jaw swing forward and back forward, and up and down. When the movable jaw pushes the movable jaw plate to move towards the fixed jaw plate, the material is crushed or split. When the movable jaw plate retreats under the action of the eccentric shaft and spring, the previously crushed or split material is discharged from the lower discharge port of the jaw plate. As motor rotates continuously, the movable jaw of the crusher periodically crushes and discharges the material, um, realizing mass production. This kind of jaw crusher, it has the V-shaped crushing chamber. The crushing chamber adopts a symmetrical V-shaped structure, and the discharge port adopts a weight adjustment device. Its double weight uh, adjustment method is simpler, safer, and faster than the gasket adjustment operation. Uh, can saving the downtime. And it has a high quality movable jaw assembly using standardized manufacturing technology and selected manufacturing materials. The movable jaw assembly is made of high quality steel casting, high quality heavy load rolling bearings, and a movable jaw body optimized by finite element software, making the equipment extremely reliable and durable. It has the high steel lining plate. The jaw crusher lining plate is made of high quality, high steel with guaranteed quality, stable structure, and strong and durable. It has an integrated motor cabinet, reduces the mounting space and makes the power output more stable. Oversized tapered roller bearing with uniform internal and external bearing models reduces the number of spare parts. Our company also manufactures another type of jaw crusher. Is very known as is very popular in crushing plants. That is the PE and PEC and PX series jaw crusher. This series of products adopt cast steel frame and movable jaw with high strength and long service life. It has the characteristics of large crush ratio, uniform product particle size, simple structure, reliable operation, easy maintenance, and low operating cost. It is widely used in many departments such as mining, smelting, building materials, highway, railway, water conservancy, and the chemical industry to crush various materials with compressive strength not exceeding 320 MPa. P series is used for coarse crushing, and the PX series is used for medium and fine crushing. Um, this kind of jaw crusher suitable for many industries such as mining, smelting, building materials, highway, railway, water conservancy, and chemical industry. It can also process limestone, granite, marble, basalt, iron ore, river pebbles, coal pebbles, construction waste, and so on. The working part of the jaw crusher is composed of two jaw plates, fixed jaw and movable jaw. The fixed jaw is fixed vertically on the front wall of the machine body, and the movable jaw is tattooed to form a crushing chamber. With a larger top and a smaller bottom with a fixed jaw plate. The motor drives the belt and pulley to move the movable jaw up and down through the eccentric shaft so that the movable jaw plate performs periodic uh, movements against the fixed jaw. When the movable jaw rises, the angle between the toggle plate and the movable jaw increases, thereby pushing the movable jaw plate to approach the fixed jaw plate. At the same time, the material is crushed or wrapped to achieve the purpose of crushing. When the movable jaws descend, the angle between the toggle plate and the movable jaw decreases, and the movable jaw plate leaves jaw plate under the action of the pull rod spring. The crushed material is discharged from the discharge port of the crushing chamber. As the motor rotates continuously, the movable jaw of the crusher periodically crushes and discharges the material, realizing continuous operation. Next, for the secondary stone crusher, we all know they have two different types. That is the impact crusher, and another one is the cone crusher. Now let's talk about the impact crusher first. First is the 6FX series hydraulic impact crusher. This type of impact crusher is another new breakthrough of our technology engineers in the field of mining crushing equipment. The maximum feed particle size can reach 1,000 millimeters. Compared with the traditional impact crusher, the crushing ratio is greatly improved. By adjusting the special equipment, it can freely switch between primary crushing and secondary crushing, ensuring the unique advantage of particle size and greatly improving production capacity. It is also suitable for various ore crushing, railway heavy energy, cement, chemical construction, and other industries. The processing materials like limestone, granite, marble, iron ore, river pebble, coal pebbles, construction waste, and so on. It has very big capacity, and the exact capacity is based on the customer situation. This machine is a crushing machine that uses impact energy to crush materials. When the material enters the plate hammer action area, it is crushed by the high-speed impact of impact of the plate hammer, and thrown to the impact device installed above the rotor for crushing again, and then rebounds back to the plate hammer action area through the impact lining to be crushed again. This process is repeated until the material is crushed to the required particle size and discharged from the lower part of the machine. The purpose of changing the particle size and shape of the material can be achieved by adjusting the gap between the impact frame and the rotor. This machine uses a spring safety device after the impact. When non-crushed materials enter the crushing chamber, the front and the rear impact frames retreat and non-crushed materials are discharged from the machine. For this machine, there have some selling points. There have some selling points of this machine. It has a heavy-duty rotor design. The heavy-duty rotor adopts an integral welding process which has high precision, strong impact resistance, and reduces current fluctuation during operation. The fitting surface of the lower frame and the bearing seats adopts an integral processing process to ensure processing accuracy. It has a hydraulic top device. The hydraulic top device and maintenance lifting design can realize the replacement of wearing parts such as plate hammer in a short time. It has a high efficiency of wearing pads. The wearing pads adopt a modular design, which can realize positive or negative interchange. The effective interchange rate reaches more than 75%, which greatly increases the service life of wearing pads, reduces the cost of equipment operation and maintenance, and maximizes profits. It has a long service life. The sixth liner is used, and the bolt rotates from the outside to the inside to avoid the loosening of the side guard due to bolt wear, ensuring that the side guard is fully utilized and the service life is greatly extended. For the impact crusher, we also have the LF series impact crusher. It can realize the conversion of coarse crushing, medium crushing, and fine crushing. It is suitable for crushing various materials with compressive strength not exceeding 550 MPa, such as granite, limestone, concrete, and so on. For coarse crushing, medium crushing, and fine crushing, it is widely used in mining, crushing, chemical, electric power, and other industries. The working principle, it is also one kind of machine that uses impact energy to crush materials. When the material enters the plate hammer action area, it is crushed by the high-speed impact of the plate hammer and thrown to the impact device installed above the rotor for crushing again, and then rebounds back to the plate hammer action area through the impact lining to be crushed. Again, this process is repeated until the material is crushed to the required particle size and discharged from the lower part of the machine. The purpose of changing the particle size and shape of the material can be achieved by adjusting the gap between the impact frame and the rotor. This machine uses a spring safety device, and after the impact, when non-crushed materials enter the crushing chamber, the front and the rear impact frames retreat and the non-crushed materials are discharged from the machine. One machine for multiple uses. By adjusting the installation position of the impact frame, the coarse crushing and the medium and fine crushing can be switched, and one machine can be used for two purposes. The maximum feed can reach 1,000 millimeters. The feed opening is larger and it can be used as a primary crusher, during coarse crushing with a maximum feed of 1,000 millimeters. It has a high crushing efficiency. The plate hammer is made of high wear resistance materials with a long service life. It adopts a C-type design to change the impact angle with high crushing efficiency. The plate hammer is simple and reliable to lock and easy to replace and install. It has a low maintenance cost. The key components are highly interchangeable, which effectively extends the service life of the consumable parts. The use of maintenance brackets greatly reduces labor intensity. Next is the 6X series impact crusher. It's a new design to meet customers' demands for high profit, low cost, energy saving, and consumption reduction. It is an ideal choice for coarse and medium crushing. In large capacity crushing production lines, the integrated application of scientific research results, such as large moments or high precision rotor, multifunctional for hydraulic operating system, evaluate type high efficiency crushing chamber, and the selection of wear-resistant materials for key components gives the equipment higher crushing efficiency, simpler maintenance operation, and more reliable performance. For the ordinary jaw crusher, the structure design is relatively traditional. The bearing seat and the frame are usually welded. The overall stability is relatively weak. Under long-term high-intensity operation, problems such as cracking of the welding pads may occur, which will affect the service life of the equipment. For the European marine jaw crusher, the non-welded integrated frame and integral cast steel structure can withstand greater impact and vibration, and the stability and durability are significantly enhanced. At the same time, the larger eccentric shaft and higher specification bearing design increase the load bearing capacity of the equipment and extend its service life. For the general jaw crusher, it adopts semi-V-shaped or obliquely V-shaped crushing chamber. The width of the filling opening is relatively narrow. The ability to handle large-sized raw materials is limited. The flow path of the material in a crushing chamber is not optimized, and it is easy to cause blockage, affecting the crushing efficiency. For the European marine jaw crusher, it adopts a symmetrical deep V-shaped crushing chamber design, increases the width of the feeding opening, and can handle larger sized raw materials. At the same time, the optimized material flow path enables the material to be fully crushed in the crushing chamber, reduces the blockage and return of materials, and improves the crushing efficiency. For the discharge opening adjustment, the general jaw crusher most of the time, the discharge port is adjusted by gasket or manually, which is relatively cumbersome to operate, has low adjustment efficiency, and is difficult to accurately control the size of the discharge port, which easily leads to uneven discharge particle size. For the European marine jaw crusher, the hydraulically adjustable discharge port and locking spring safety device enable process control through simple operation, which reduces the frequency of manual intervention, simplifies the maintenance process, ensures the uniformity of the discharge particle size, and is conducive to improving production efficiency and product quality. For the lubrication system, the general jaw crusher. Usually grease is used for lubrication, which is easy to leak and oxidize and is consumed quickly. It needs to be replaced frequently, which not only increases the maintenance cost and workload, but also may affect the normal operation and service life of the equipment due to poor lubrication. For the European marine jaw crusher, it uses engine oil lubrication. The engine oil has high fluidity and good lubrication effect, which can effectively improve the lubrication efficiency and the convenience of equipment maintenance. At the same time, the lubrication system and cooling system of the equipment adopt advanced technology to ensure that the key components maintain good lubrication and cooling standards during long-term operation, reducing the long-term operation and maintenance costs. For crushing efficiency and power, the general jaw crusher's output power is relatively small, and the crushing efficiency of the material in the crushing chamber is low. When processing hard materials or large production requirements, it may seem incapable, resulting in low production efficiency. Under the same specifications, The output power is higher than that of ordinary jaw crushers. Its optimized crushing process and efficient power system makes the equipment consume less energy under the same conditions. At the same time, the optimized operating parameters makes the material start to be crushed in the upper part of the crushing chamber, so as to obtain a larger stroke in the lower part, further improving the crushing efficiency. The difference between traditional craftsmanship and modern technology. Ordinary jaw crushers adopt a classic traditional structural design, which has been modified by long-term practice and has good stability and reliability. Its structure is simple and clear, which is convenient for maintenance personnel to master the equipment principles and troubleshooting, and it shows low technical difficulty in the equipment maintenance process. The European version of the jaw crusher incorporates innovation design concepts and adopts a non-welded integrated frame and an interjaw cast steel structure. This design greatly enhances the structural strength and rigidity of the equipment, just like the solid protection system for the equipment, significantly improving the stability and durability of the equipment during operation. In addition, the large size, eccentric shaft, and high specification bearings equipped with the European version of the jaw crusher effectively improve the load bearing capacity of the equipment, ensuring that the equipment remains in a stable operating state under high load operation, thereby extending the overall service life of the equipment. Most of the time, the discharge port is adjusted by gasket or manually, which is relatively cumbersome to operate, has low adjustment efficiency, and is difficult to accurately control the size of the discharge port, which easily leads to uneven discharge particle size. In summary, when choosing a job crusher, it is necessary to comprehensively consider multiple factors such as its own production skill, budget, investment, and performance requirements. If the capital budget is limited, production skill is small, and the equipment performance requirements are not high, the ordinary job crusher can be used as an economical and practical choice if you purchase efficient production, stable equipment operation, and long-term cost control, and have sufficient capital budget. The European version of the job crusher is more preferred. That's all for today. Thank you for your watching for us, and we will explain the technical details of the equipment in the next issue. If you need the complete information of our equipment, you can send a private message with the keyword crushing equipment to obtain. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.